Well, alright guys, before it gets darker, I was wanting to just go out for a little run by the garden again to show you guys what me and my wife have accomplished in the last couple of days. But before we do that, I wanted to also share a tip with you guys. If you're as lazy and as cheap as me and don't want to run and get like adapters, say you got this here TRAXXAS type plug, whatever it's called, but you like Deans, you charge Deans, you have all the Deans stuff, you can turn this into a Deans. Now, a TRAXXAS plug is not the same as far as if they don't have this balance port, you can't do this unless you got the charger that will allow you to. But this one here, for instance, this was the same plug as this. Now, this is a Deans. Might not look all pretty, but it will never short out. It's just some tape. I'm going to show you how to make this. Let me get my plug and show you what it looks like. Here's the adapters that goes to my charger. So, anywho, just like a Deans, boom, she plugs in perfectly. You can plug it right on in, no issues. I run it all the time. I've had this particular battery for I don't know how long. I have one vehicle that runs off this type of plug still. So what I do is I put it like this to charge it, then I would flip it back when I had it in electrical tape that was kind of stretchy. I could just turn it back to the same shape and run it in the truck. But anyway, let me show you what you do. So obviously you cut it, but what you got to do when you cut this, you see how you got this center divider, if we can get it to go even here, right in the middle, you got the center divider. You want to leave the positive wire completely intact all the way around, including that center divider. We're going to cut on the left side of that divider here to where the negative will have one side exposed almost, because we're going to take care of that also. So let me get my knife. Sorry, I know that was blurry. Let me set this thing on my tripod if I can find it. So alright, I don't know how good of a view this is going to be. You might get to see me cut off a finger or something, you never know. So let's just go for it. So anyway, the negative side is the one we want to be the smaller piece. So right towards your thumbs, dangerously cut on in just a little bit. Once I get it cut so far with my knife, I'll probably take my little snips even and cut right across it. But you'll see why we need one shorter anyway. It actually has to be like this to fit the battery plug. Okay. Now, I didn't want to bore you in case I did cut my finger off or anything. But luckily we're really good to go here. Go ahead and trim that a little bit. Now, if I can get this in the right area, here's what you got. You got your completely square around this positive. See, that's the main thing, is this positive cannot hit nothing that's going to hurt nothing. The negative here, get it where I can see here. If you notice, the negative, you can see one side of it. It's no big deal because it has to go. You're going to take your positive, right? This is the way they used to be. You're going to take the positive only with the cut side there. You're going to turn it this way. You're going to put it just like this. And right there, that is a Deans plug. Sorry if it ain't coming in right. So, if we can see it, there, that's a Deans right there. Make sure when you're gonna do something stupid and test with one of these, make sure they don't touch each other on the other side ever. So I will hold one of these in my hand. So Positive, obviously. As you can see, it fits right together, slides in tight. We have a Dean's connection perfectly for free. No adapter. Now, again, if you are as cheap as me and you need to run the TRAXXAS style plug, but you don't have a way to charge it, so you do this to charge it. If you use black electrical tape, that's a little stretchy, right? So I did for almost a year. I would charge it like this, then I would just take, because it was in stretchy tape, I only had a little bit around it, I would just turn it back to that, put it in the truck. Then I would turn it back to that just because it was a stretchy tape and I could spin it inside. And I'd done that for a long time because I'm cheap like that. So anyway, let me throw some tape on this and we got to charge it up. That's the whole reason I did this. I didn't have a TRAXXAS adapter no more to charge it with. So I had to do the same thing myself just now. All right, now while we put this tape on here, just to show you guys one more time, you take the plug the way it was right here. Okay. So then you just, since I sliced it like that, you just turn it just like this. And now you're just going to tape it in that position and you're good to go. So, all right, here we go. One more time. You can see finished product. I did not use the stretchy tape. So, therefore, it's pretty much going to stay a Dean's. I mean, if I have to go to a TRAXXAS, I'll have to just untape it, turn it back. But I hopefully don't need to switch to that. But again, let me move that. I'll show you one more time. Boom. And that's not a loose spit either. It's not like crap. I mean, so as long as I put it on my charger and it will start charging, it means there's a great connection. A free Dean's, adapter that can be turned back into what you had before. Just always remember, cut around the positive so it has all the plastic left. You need to chop that off the negative anyway in order for the battery to line up here. Otherwise, it's too far apart. If this had plastic still on it, if the negative still had the plastic up against that, this would be too far apart. That's why you do it this way also. Plus, it's always safest to have your positive covered completely. So anyway, that's just a helpful tip from Easy Boy RC, the cheap RCer.